Hey everyone, it's Michael Kikle. I hope you're doing well today, and I have a review here for a movie my mom apparently has seen like 3 or 4 times, and I went to visit her the weekend before last. And when I went to see her, she was looking for something to watch. I actually spent the night a couple of nights because my wife went out of town with her family to do something, and I thought, my mom and I love movies. Let's just watch a bunch of movies this weekend. And one of the things that we watched that she showed me that she apparently had seen so many times and enjoyed quite a bit, not loved, but enjoyed, was this movie called The Final. And I think it came out in like 2010. It's about an hour and a half long. And the premise sounded good, and I enjoyed what I saw here. Basically, there's a group of kids that get bullied at school, and I wouldn't say they're entirely friends. Some are, most of them are, even in a friend group. But some are just kind of like loners that get drawn into this group over time. And they decide to throw a Halloween party and only invite the really preppy, popular bully kids to this, which a lot of those kids we get to see being a bully. Quite a few of them we don't get to. And they're going to invite him to this industrial warehouse that one of the kids' grandparents, uncle, somebody had owned, and then now they inherited or whatever. And it's empty. They know nothing will be able to come in and stop them. At least they don't think so at first. And they lure all of these bullies out there by these invitations. They tell them it's a costume party for Halloween, whatever. And a lot of those kids show up. Now, they're not going to kill these other kids, but they are going to torture them in horrific ways that will probably deform them, probably leave a scar, let's say, that those kids will never forget and probably never do the same things they've been doing to these kids. And you have to kind of wonder as you watch this movie what the end game of all of it is, but it was fun. I liked it. Yeah, it's a low-budget indie horror film, and yeah, it does feel like that and suffer from that sometimes. But there are clearly moments, I think, that they had to be creative, and they had to do certain things with the script and whatever to make this kind of one-location movie most of the time really work, and I think it did work. This is a great example of a film that if you have a solid story and a solid concept, and you can pull that off with fairly competent actors and a competent budget, you could make miracles happen. This is not an amazing film. It's not a massive recommendation for me. A lot of people will just wave their hands and say it's just gore porn. If you feel that way, fuck you, but okay, whatever. This was a fun movie to watch. It's not severely gory. It does have some kind of like Saw-like moments because they're pretty much holding this group of kids who are chained up by will of guns. Like they're holding them captive, telling them you're going to do this or you're probably going to get hurt really bad, or hey, you should do this to this kid over here. Like I said, very Saw-like. I liked it for that. I like concepts like that. And these are bad people. These kids are mean as hell. Maybe they don't deserve what they get, but the bullied kids believe they do deserve these things. So it's kind of interesting watching the psychology of these things, watching some of the kids holding these kids captive kind of feel regret sometimes. It was very interesting. I liked a lot of the costumes. Some kind of sucked, but I did like a lot of those costumes. The only person I swear that I knew in this movie was the girl victim, the one who's bullied. I swear that she is the girl playing Moaning, or is it Moaning Myrtle in Harry Potter? I think that's her name. I swear it's her. It looks just like her. If it's not her, that's amazing. I looked it up. It didn't look like it was her, according to IMDb, but she acts and talks a lot like her. Even has like the same ears and shit. It's very strange. But anyway, The Final is not like an amazing movie, but I recommend it to the right person. If it sounds cool at all to you, give it a shot, man. For indie horror, this is not bad. I just wish it could have done more, but it clearly did not have the budget to do more. If you like these bully movies, check it out. I thought it was kind of interesting for what they were doing here as a horror film. I think like the lead bullied kid is kind of crazy, and I think that's the point, but he's a little bit over the top sometimes when this whole game kind of starts up the night of the Halloween party. I don't know if I like what they did with him. I think it was a little tad too much sometimes, but everybody else, I kind of liked what they did with him. It's a little shocking sometimes. But anyway, when it comes to The Final, if I had to rate it on a 5-star basis, I'd probably give it like a 3 out of 5 stars. I think that the decent practical effects they had in here were fairly okay. They kind of made it a fun watch, but I was really here for the characters and the story more than like effects, so even though this is kind of trying to be a gore porn film from 2010, they should have better effects, but they don't, so they have to rely on character and story, and I think they did okay with that. So There's some cool stuff in here I enjoyed. Anyway, check it out if you haven't seen it before. Let me know what you think about it if you have seen it. God bless you guys. Catch you later, and goodbye.